Yeah, hi. Morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, today we are going to continue our topic about translation theory, and I do hope this topic will be benefit for you to do any translation work in your future. So I will share my screen to all of you. If you have any questions related to what I will explain later, please take some notes so that you can ask me after this class. Thank you. Yeah, I do hope you can see my screen now. Okay. Yeah, today we are talking specifically about primary and secondary senses of lexical items. Lexical items means the words, yeah, such as verb, adverb, adjective, noun, conjunction, etc. There are commonly we know there are 8 word class in many languages, especially in English. So those 8 words, kinds of word, they will make a complete sentence. Yeah. Okay, so that's the meaning of lexical, and then we go on to the next page. So let me make it bigger using, yeah. Okay. Color. Okay. Yeah. Multiple senses of lexical items means one lexical item has many meanings. Yeah. The word, if the word is combined with other words, yeah, the lexical item will have several meanings based on the context of the text. Yeah. So for defining secondary sense, so what is secondary sense? Okay, the synonym of sense here is meaning. Yeah. So far we have been talking only about one sense of a given word. Yeah. As I explained last previous meetings, one sense or primary sense means the exact equivalent meaning when we look up a dictionary. For example, when you look up the meaning of I in your own language, for example in Bahasa, the word I will be translated into saya. So that's the first letter, yeah, emerges on our dictionary. So that's the primary meaning. Okay, but saya also the word saya in Bahasa Indonesia will have another meaning, will have other meanings based on the context. Yeah, so that's called secondary senses. Okay, however, most words have more than one sense. Yeah, so it means that one lexical item, one word, may have many different meaning. Yeah, based on the context of the word, which or where the word used in the context or in what field. Yeah, a single lexical item may have several meanings. Yeah, underline a single. Yeah, lexical item may have several, single versus two or more. Yeah. Okay. These are called secondary meanings or secondary senses. Okay. So before we are talking about secondary sense, yeah, we talk first about primary sense, as I talked I told you just now, the primary sense means the exact, yeah. When we say a word, for example, book, yeah, all the people around the world will understand what kind of thing it is. Yeah, book means there are so many papers, yeah, bundling into one document. That's called book. Yeah, it's written in many fields of work. Yeah. Okay, so that's primary sense. Means that when we find that word, for example, book, I am as Indonesian person, I will translate into buku because book is one word. Yeah, the word book is not combined with other words. But if I listen to the English sentence, I book a reservation in the hotel. Book there is not the exact primary sense. It's not, yeah, the book there has secondary meaning, secondary sense, not the primary sense, because the book collocates or combines with other words in the sentence. Yeah, combined with the word hotel reservation. So the book there is not the kind of thing book. Yeah, that's a verb, means that to reserve a room. All right, so that's called secondary sense. So the primary sense is the meaning suggested by the word when it is used alone. When it is used alone means that the word is isolated from other words. Yeah, the meaning alone. Yeah, the word is not connected to other, is not combined with other words. Yeah, only a lexical item. Yeah, we translate the single lexical item. Yeah, will emerge the primary sense. It is the first meaning or usage which a word will suggest to most people when the word is said in isolation. It is the meaning learned early in life, and it is like to have reference to physical situations. When we were a baby, when someone told us book, means that a thing written in handwriting or in written text. Yeah, so that's called book. Yeah. But when we are in this I can say adult, when we are adult, yeah, we can differ the meaning of book in many sentences. Yeah, the book can consist of many senses. Yeah, but when we were a baby, when we were a child, we know only book was the thing that we can read. Yeah, so we never thought that a book had a secondary meaning. So that's called primary sense. It is the meaning learned early in life, and it is likely to have reference to a physical situations. Let's go on to the next page. Yeah, so after knowing about the primary sense, we go on to secondary senses. So what is secondary meaning? What is secondary senses? Yeah, it's different. We can differ primary and secondary. As we know, uh, if a word is not combined with other word, we know the primary meaning first. But if the word is combined with other words, we can say that, wow, this is not natural. This is not the natural translation of this word. So it means that we think that the word may have secondary senses. Okay, but the same word may have a different meaning when used in context with other words, when it is combined with other words in a sentence. Yeah, for example, the word run in isolation will mean something like move rapidly by moving the legs rapidly. That's called the primary meaning of run, because we only translate the word run. But if you find the river runs, because as we know, yeah, we are human being. We never see legs, yeah, legs on the river, yeah, because as we know just now, run in isolation in a single word translated into a movement using by legs, yeah. But in the sentence, the river runs there, the word run has secondary senses. Yeah, runs means that to flow. Yeah, the activity of the water. Yeah, so that's called secondary senses. We go on to the next page. Yeah, the word run in the context of river means to flow, as I told you just now. So the word run in this sentence has secondary senses. Yeah, because when we translate into primary senses, berlari in bahasa Indonesia, it is not natural in bahasa Indonesia, sungai itu berlari. Yeah, don't you? Yeah, of course, because we never hear or we never listen the sentence that sungai itu berlari. No, because the river doesn't have legs. Yeah. Okay. Secondary senses are dependent on the context. As I told you just now, if the word is combined with other words and when we translate using primary meanings and it doesn't sound naturally, it may have secondary senses. That is why in secondary senses, the lexical items that has secondary senses, they are dependent on the context. Yeah, we know that the word has secondary senses because when we translate all the words in the sentence, yeah, we find that the previous primary meaning is not natural in this translation. Yeah, we think, yeah, and we understand, yeah, finally we understand that the word have secondary senses. Yeah, this is the I can say this is the examples that I took from the book. Yeah, it is written by Barnwell in 1980, page 32. Yeah, he says that he found that in Mbembe, Nigerian language. Yeah, Mbembe, it's like in Bahasa Filipino. In Filipino language, they call the language Tagalog. Yeah. So it is like in Nigeria, they call most people know their language. It is called Mbembe. Yeah. In Nigeria, in Mbembe language, chi means eat, to eat. That's the primary meaning of chi. Yeah. In English, we translate chi as a single lexical item into eat in English. But chi also has secondary meanings. Yeah, it depends. The word chi depends on the word followed by it. For example, chi akpuka. If we translate literally into English, it will be eat money. Wow. Does it sound natural to you? I don't think so. In my opinion, we can eat money. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, so this literal translation doesn't make sense. Yeah? So it means that we find that the word it here is not, yeah, we can't translate literally. Yeah. So in English, we have to find the secondary meaning of the word chi, because chi is dependent on the word akpuka, money in English. So we find that chi akpuka the best translation of Chi Akpuka is to steal money. All right. So the secondary meaning of Chi is steal in English. The second example, the word Chi is dependent on the meaning of the word again. If we translate literally in English, it will have a natural translation, a natural meaning. Eat path. If I ask you, do you eat path? No, of course we don't eat path. How can we eat path? Yeah. So this translation doesn't make sense, or it is not natural in English. So we have to find the idiomatic translation. So the word eat, yeah, will be translated into go. Yeah. So chi again, the correct translation, the best translation of the phrase chi again in English is go first. The third example, the word chi is dependent on the meaning of ngo. Yeah. So if we translate literally into English, it will become eat bride. Do you eat your bride? No, we can't. We don't eat people. We don't eat human beings, right? That's crazy. So the best translation in English is to marry. Okay. The next example is chi akpain. If we translate literally into English, it will have a natural meaning, eat life. How can we eat life? We can't eat life. So the word eat here surely has secondary meaning. So it will be translated into live it up, enjoy the life. The last example, the use of chi is dependent on the word onong. If we translate literally into English, it will become eat person. Yeah, as I thought we can't eat person. Yeah, okay, that's a crazy man. Yeah, okay. So the best translation of chi onong, the verb phrase chi onong will be cheat someone. Okay, so that's the best way of for a translator. If we find that the primary meaning doesn't meet the natural translation in the target text, so we have to find some process. We can process it by looking up a idiomatic dictionary, or if we don't find the word in the meaning of the correct meaning or the exact meaning of the word in the dictionary, we can also consult with the translators, the expert, or we can talk to the native speaker of the language. Okay, next, I do hope this my explanation just now will make you understand why do we have to translate something using idiomatic English. We don't translate all the text by using primary meaning. Okay, so last week we thought we talked also about cultural words, because every language, every nation, every country has unique culture. Yeah, the things they have related to the culture will have unique meaning. Yeah, we can't translate literally. Okay, the second reason why don't we use literal translation mostly for cultural words, because the words or the thing, we can't find the things or the words in our country because they have unique culture, and also our country has unique culture, so we have different unique things. Yeah, maybe we have same things, but we have also different things to do or to do the activity in our daily life. All right, The meaning changes depending on the words with chi occurs. I told you now the word chi has secondary meanings if the word chi is combined with these words. Okay, just now you saw that previous page, the word chi in isolation, the primary meaning is to eat. But if we see that the word chi followed by apuka, we cannot translate into eat money, but to steal money in English. So that's called idiomatic translation. That is why most experts, most translation experts, usually they propose us to translate using idiomatic translation, not literal translation. Okay, based on the examples that we have discussed now, so a word is combined with other word to correct the good combination in language is called collocation. So a word collocates with other word. Okay, for example here, a word which occurs alongside of another word is called collocate. Okay, this is a new subtopic in linguistics. When we learn language, we learn also the collocation, which word collocate with a word collocated in with which word. We don't use as we want to, because they have the linguists have the formula, and the collocation is also useful to know in translation field. So it refers to the secondary and the primary meaning. Okay, for example here, lunch, the word lunch, some collocation that we find in English, we can see here some lunch. Some lunch. We don't say little lunch, even though this is the same determiner, some, any, little. But the word lunch collocates with some lunch. We can't say little lunch or any lunch. For lunch, we go downstairs for lunch. We don't say we go downstairs to lunch, because lunch here is a kind of food, a kind of thing. This is not a verb. In Bahasa Indonesia, lunch is translated into makan siang. So in English, the word lunch collocates with the word for. Lunch break. Lunch break means the time that we have to take our lunch, to eat our lunch. We don't say rest lunch. That's called collocation. Good collocation means that we usually find this collocation in the native speaker natural language. For the okay, I will show you later on the difference between collocation and other topic, for example, idioms, etc. Because from this collocation, we see the primary meaning. But in idiom, we can't translate word per word, or the meaning is away from the primary meaning. And in idioms, we cannot translate word per word, means that we cannot isolate one by one. We cannot translate word for word, means that we cannot find the meaning from only seeing one word, but we have find the meaning if we combine all the words in the sentence. That's called idiom. Idiom means it hidden. Yeah, the sentence has hidden meaning. But in collocation, in phrasal verb, in other topics, in other combination of word, we still see the primary meaning of the words. Yeah, for here, some lunch, we know that some means that several, but this is for uncountable noun, but we use some and followed by lunch. Yeah, okay, we don't say many lunch. Yeah, okay, for lunch break, yeah, lunch box. Yeah, we seldom see lunch is followed by lunch bottle now, because the collocation, the good collocation is lunch box, lunch hour. Yeah, we seldom, for me myself, I never listen to the native speaker say lunch clock. Yeah, but they say lunch hour or lunch time. Yeah, and lunch room. Yeah, the place or the house that we are having lunch. That's called collocation. Okay, a person who knows the language very well usually knows immediately by the other words which occur in the phrase. Yes, that is common translator expert. The expert says that the best translator is the person who knows well the source language and the target language. They I mean, they master those two languages. Yeah, the source as well as the target text. Persons who are learning second language often have a great deal of trouble learning to use a word in its many secondary senses. Yes, for amateur translator, they usually find that it is difficult to find secondary senses of a lexical item from the source language into the target language. Yeah, especially for they are not expert in the target text. Yeah. All right. So the best translator means that they have to learn the target text and secondary text, and they have to master both. Yeah, so that they will find the best translation on their work. Yeah. Here also we have different examples of collocation. Okay. The word black, the color of black, is collocates with the word coffee. Black coffee means coffee without milk. Black mood means it is kind of full anger, and black comedy dealing with murder. Okay, so means that we usually find this collocation in English. So we say black coffee, not dirty coffee. Black tea. Yeah, nowadays we see also new collocation, black tea, black mood. Black comedy. Here means that you have to know the word black, yeah, collocates with some specific words. Yeah. Okay. If we say black black food, yeah, it's weird. It's not unnatural in English. Yeah, but black collocates with specific word. Usually in English, they make the collocation black with coffee, black with mood, black with comedy. And this is black with the drink, black with the feelings, black with a kind of genre in movie. Yeah, so we usually know these collocations when we read a lot the target text textual material. When we read a lot, and then we know and we master the target language, and yeah, you or we will be a good translator. Okay. And the next example is this sentence: go and wash your hand, they're absolutely black. So black here means that it is dirty. The future looks pretty black means that without hope. Yeah. All right, so here the other examples also we find black art, black magic, blackboard, black box. Yeah. Okay, the word black collocates with many words in English. Yeah. Next, okay, the next example is the use of the word cut. Yeah, cut collocates with free, cut collocates with the cost, cut collocates with the adverb deeply. Okay, and also in collocation we also find this is not I can say this is not primary meaning, because cut, it means that to if we say the activity of cutting means that to separate one thing into two or many pieces. Yeah. From one thing into many pieces, they cut. Yeah, but here if the word cut collocates with the adjective free, the secondary meaning is released. So there is I mean there is a relationship. Yeah, there is a tight relationship between collocation and the secondary meaning. Yeah, even though we have here two words, but we translate into one word. Yeah. Okay. Cut the cost. Cut is the verb, the main verb, and the cost is the thing. So cut the cost here is not literally means that you cut the money, you cut the coins. Yeah, but cut the cost has the secondary meaning is to reduce. Yeah. Okay, to reduce the amount of money. Yeah. Cut deeply means upset. Yeah, means that cut a thing into I mean, like cut deeply means that you cut something. Yeah, I cannot imagine that how you cut something deeply. Deeply means that's a hole there. Yeah, but if we cut something, the activity means that to separate, yeah, one thing into many many chunks, many blocks, or one thing into many things, 2 or 3, 4. Yeah. So cut deeply has secondary meanings. It means upset. So let me conclude that when we find also collocation, it has secondary meaning. It is usually much easier to translate the primary sense of a lexical item than secondary sense. Yes. Yeah. For those who are expert in translation field or in translation, they will understand this sentence. It's usually much easier to translate the primary sense of a lexical item than secondary sense. Okay, why? This is because the target language will often have a lexical equivalent for the primary meaning, which very nearly matches the meaning of the lexical item in the source language. Yeah. For example, if we say this one, This is the English word big, and then because we have learned English many years, so big, if we look upon the dictionary, the primary meaning is besar, right? Besar. Okay, as I told you just now, the word book, the primary meaning of the book in Indonesia is buku. Okay, so that's the primary meaning. All right, we go on to the next page. However, the secondary sense of those same two words will probably not match at all. See the following examples. Example 1, don't speak ill of the dead. Yeah, means that speak ill, we don't speak illness here. Yeah, we don't talk about illness, we don't talk about a disease. Yeah, this is idiom. Yeah, okay, to say or think bad things. No, this is not idiom. Proverb, I can say that this is a proverb. Yeah, what's the difference between idiom and proverbs? Proverbs, we can still see the primary meaning of the in the meaning. Yeah, to say or think. Speak means to say. Yeah, okay, so we can still find the literal meaning. Yeah, in the target text. But idiom, we don't have any equivalent meaning if we isolate one by one or word for word, because the idiom, the sentence which has idiomatic meaning, means that the whole words has one meaning. Yeah, we don't have a leg to stand on without evidence. Yeah, we don't have legs to stand on. Yeah, to stand on means that we don't have any evidence to prove. Yeah, okay, so that's speak ill here has secondary meaning, and I like to stand on means this phrase has secondary meaning. Okay, how we analyze if a word has many senses? Yeah, so first of all, the process of discovering the various senses of words is rather complicated, but we can be very crucial for this the function of learning about many senses of words means that when we make dictionaries, when we learn second language, and this lesson also helpful to translate to the translator when there is no any exact dictionary, there is no the exact meaning on the dictionary. So the best the best way is to ask for the native speaker of the language, if we don't find any meaning in the dictionary. Okay, so that's how to analyze senses of words. So in learning about senses of words, this is very useful. When the linguists make dictionaries, and when we learn second language, we also learn about secondary meaning or secondary senses of a word. And when we learn about the senses of word, the lesson that we get is useful for us as the translator. There is always the possibility that a literal translation of a word may be used in secondary senses. This literal translation sets up a strange collocation and wrong meaning. Okay, step for looking over the dictionary, the secondary meaning of a word as follows. Means that these are the strategies that we do for looking up the secondary meaning. When we translate a word or a phrase into by using literal translation, and it sounds unnatural. We don't have the exact meaning, yeah, because it doesn't make sense, yeah. So the words may have secondary meaning. So why? So what? Yeah, how do we find the secondary meaning? So as the expert says, the first, we collect as many as examples of the use of the word as possible. I myself did this when I was a translator several years ago. I used I browsed, yeah, I browsed the word, and then if we find many sentences, and then we can means that we can get the exact meaning of the word, yeah. So that's based on our thoughts, yeah. So we have to compare. We have to compare which in which words this word collocates with the most, yeah, yeah. So as I told you just now, pay. For example, the word pay tuition, pay money, pay. So the word pay means membayar. But if we see pay, payback means that to give someone how do I say in Bahasa Indonesia membalas budi. So they have a different meaning with the primary meaning membayar. Membalas budi means that we treat other people in a good way because she or he had done a good treatment for us before. So it means that payback means membalas budi in Bahasa Indonesia. Alright, so pay there is not translated into membayar. Okay, so we have to collect as many as examples. We can browse on internet. We can also read some dictionaries to compare the meanings. Yeah. The second way, the second step to find out secondary meaning is, yeah, if a person knows the language, he can simply think of the possible combination with other words. Means that we have to ask the native speaker who use the language in their daily life, yeah. So it will be easier for us if we translate something. It is, yeah, it is worthy, yeah, it is worthy for us to have the native speaker, a friend of who uses the language in their daily life, yeah. Okay. And the third, if not, he will need to find, he means that we, the translator, will need to find the word as many texts as possible, as I told you just now. Instead of only browsing from internet, we can also read some books, yeah, some dictionaries from some fields. For example, English dictionary for nurse, English dictionary for engineering, English dictionary for psychology. So you have to compare. If we find the word in those three dictionaries, we will get the best translation of for our text. Yeah, for example, if we find this text that will translate, the text is in the field of psychology, we better take the English dictionaries for psychology, or we can ask the expert of who are the expert in learning psychology. They are psychologists, of course, not the nurse. All right, yeah. So these three strategies are proposed by the expert while we are facing problems in finding secondary meanings of a word or some words. All right, that's all my explanation about our topic for today. So let me conclude. So the subtopic of today's meeting is primary and secondary senses. As I told you, sense is the synonym meaning of sense is meaning. Okay, so primary senses means primary meanings. Secondary senses means as secondary meanings. Lexical items means the word. Yeah, I explained just now. While we are learning about language, uh, we learn about word classes. Yeah, for example, when we make a complete sentence, we have to uh, find the subject and the predicate. If the sentence is not in verbal sentence, we have to find the correct to be for the subject. So that's called lexical items. In making sentence, yeah, we have to put subject, we have to put the predicate, we have to put the object if the the verb has an object. Yeah, because we know there are two kinds of sentences, intransitive and transitive sentences. So lexical items, as I told you, we have eight parts of speech: noun, verb, adjectives, conjunctions, and so on. So it's called lexical item. Yeah, in translating a word, if we find the primary meaning doesn't meet the correct meaning, the correct translation, we may think that the word has another meaning. The other meaning is called secondary senses. All right, that's my conclusion. So I thank you so much for your attention, and I do hope this topic will be helpful for you to add your knowledge in translation theory. So we will discuss this other topics next meeting. So please read the syllabus that I have given to you. You can download it from your Microsoft Teams or from your WhatsApp from our WhatsApp group. Thank you so much. If you have any question, please ask, or you can write down your question via chat box. All right. Thank you. I will stop my sharing screen so that I can see your face. All right. Yeah, as usual, I don't find that any of you will ask. So yeah, next week we will study other topics. So please read the material that I have given to you. You can read also the references that I put on the syllabus, so that you will gain a broader knowledge about all the material that we will discuss in the whole semester. So thank you so much. I will end this meeting, and yeah, first of all, I want to ask Chira, can you lead a prayer, please? Yeah, you can lead the prayer in your own language or your country language, or in English or in Bahasa Indonesia if you know Bahasa Indonesia, please. Yeah, thank you, Jara. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of our meeting today. Thank you so much, and I will see you next week. Bye. You can leave my online class now. Yeah, my pleasure.